Hey, fire signs. Welcome into Tree of Life Oracles. This is Elle. I've got your September elemental reading for 2023. I hope you've all been doing well. I'm recording this on the start of the super blue moon in Pisces. And I don't know how the energies have been for you guys, but I know me as a fire sign that it's been, I don't know, kind of had some extremes, I guess. Like one minute things are a little emotional, and then the next minute things are awesome and I feel great. So it's kind of strange and interesting. So I don't know how you're faring, but I hope you're faring well. So in this reading today, I'm going to start out by just pulling some general charms, and let's just get a view for what we're doing here. I'm going to have the starting energies for the month of September with the energy oracle. Then we're going to look at what kind of energy is going to be influencing you throughout the month, or what's the primary influence coming in of energy with the Moonology oracle. And I'm going to use the Tarot Grand Luxe just to clarify that. Then we'll finish with ending energies using the energy oracle. And then I have drawn one card each. I haven't seen them yet, so we'll get surprised together from the Akashic. The Akashic Tarot, and there will be one for Aries, one for Leo, one for Sagittarius, and then we're going to clarify any of that with the Spellcasters Tarot. But let's start by just getting some charms and see where we're heading this month. Please keep in mind these are general readings, and so not all messages may resonate with everyone, but take the ones that do, disregard the ones that don't. And I hope it'll still give you information that you need. One of the things I saw in my meditation this morning that was very, very clear were lots of winged beings, birds and things like that. And I kept getting very clear messages about just kind of getting the upper, getting the bigger view, the sky view, the macro view. And just sailing on the wind is going to be really important for us to be willing to go with the flow. But in this case, it's really about going with the flow of our thoughts and allow wisdom to really permeate that. The song by Christopher Cross, Sailing, came in very distinctly. Just a dream and it will carry me. And soon I will be free. That's important, okay? So let's see what the charms give us. And I obviously cannot see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna grab some and dump them out. Ooh, you got a bunch. All right, let's see what we got here. First thing we have, oh my goodness. We have a pink and purple, I don't know if you can see it, a pink and purple crescent moon. Very cool, okay? Wow, pink and purple crescent moon. So the phases of the moon, this next moon, we're going to move through, this is waxing moon. So we're going to move from full moon into waning, and then the waxing moon will come after the new moon, right? So this period during the waxing moon in September is going to be, I think it's going to be important for information coming through, downloads, and it's going to be really important to be open to receiving that stuff, okay? Receiving whatever those messages are. And there is another bird. The earth signs also they got a dragonfly in there. So the winged beings is coming through. And for some of you, for me, it's typically bird beings, but for some of you guys, it may be bats, it may be winged insects, maybe angelic beings if you view those with wings. But this is a bird. So again, these are messages, these are messages coming in. Oh, look at this. Another moon. Another moon. So that's getting reiterated. We have, oh wow, we have an elephant. Let's see. I have such big hands. I hope you can see those. There we go. So this elephant, well, the thing with elephants is that elephants have long, long memories. They're also viewed in Hinduism to be very wise, hence Ganesha. He's the Hindu god that is basically part elephant. So it's about wisdom and memories. So there's something coming through. What I'm getting is that it's important to, if you're looking back on the past, if you're looking about things, don't get caught up in the memories of them, because when you get caught up in the memories, then you get caught up in the feelings of the memories, and those feelings are not always good. So just look at it. If you glance back into your past, look at it from a place of wisdom. Okay, just be wise about it and let it go. Don't emotionally attach to the past, because this is all about moving you into the future. And here is another winged being. We have an owl. Owls bring more wisdom. In some cultures, owls are also, you know, and let me clarify this. Don't listen to what I say. Don't freak out, okay? Owls are also sort of messengers that someone is about to pass. But let's relate that back. My guides are telling me to relate that back to the tarot. Death card is transformation, right? So this is really about rebirth. You've been through transformative stuff. So it's really about moving into the rebirth phase and staying there and being wise about it. Wisdom is really critical to the rebirth phase. We have a tree of life. This is one tree of life. Again, more wisdom, being grounded, being branching out, starting to build your community, build your family, build your legacy. The crab. So Cancerian energy, water sign. This is also a sign of the moon as well. So there's emotions at play. We're going to have to really look at how we handle emotions. Here's Tinkerbell. Another winged person, Tinkerbell. And so that's also about being playful and joyful and happy. And we have a key. This key, you know, it's funny, the earth sign's got two keys. This key has a heart on it. Okay, oops, I'm sorry. So this is the key to your heart, or the key to your feelings, or maybe your emotional state. And this looks like a pram, or if you're in North America, a baby buggy, baby stroller, the old-fashioned kind though, a pram. So, you know, in Aries, we're the first sign of the zodiac, and all the fire signs are creative. So this is about, you know, sometimes this is about birthing creative energy, right? So this is moving forward with creativity. I'm going to put the pram on this side with these. So fire signs, there's a lot of stuff really going on here for us. Let's go ahead and look at the starting energies for September. Victory. I like it. That's beautiful. So we have the laurel wreath, which is a sign of victory. It's also a sign of leadership. This is lovely. I think I don't even have to interpret that. That whatever the struggle point has been, something victorious is coming in. So you're going to get feedback and know that what you did paid off, and that you're going to feel really successful about something in your life. I don't know enough yet to know what that is. I'm going to slide these up a little bit. But that's interesting. So let's look at this Moonology card and see what energies are really coming in. Believe in the impossible, and look at that, my friend. Spirit don't lie. Blue moon. And today's a blue moon, right? So, okay. Now, I don't know about you guys. I know sometimes that I am while I am creative and all of that kind of stuff and emotional, I am also logical in a lot of ways. And so if you happen to be a fire sign that also has quite a bit of air, and you tend to be super logical about things, sometimes believing in the impossible is a difficult thing to do because we talk ourselves out of it. So this is Spirit coming in and saying, probably to me, but to you as well, for the last time, believe in the impossible. Okay, so we're really being challenged in this month to trust that it's all coming in. Okay, I just love the fact that blue moon card came out. I'm telling you, spirit just, at least my guides, they just kind of tell me like it is. Maybe yours are kinder and gentler than that, but that's just confirming. I'm going to adjust this since I knocked the camera. I'm going to adjust it. So there, that's a little bit better, right? Okay, there we go. All right, let's pull some tarot then, and let's just get an idea of what we got for this month. I'm just going to pull from the top of the deck this time. Here we go. The first thing we have is the Hierophant. Okay, let's put the cards down and we'll talk about them. Second card we have, the Empress. So the major arcana is coming to play for us fire signs. We have the Two of Swords, and that's in the center, so we need to remember that. But we have the Ace of Swords. Last but not least, the Hermit. Okay. All right. So just in looking at this, the center issue, and I think it's beautiful that it fell right underneath this believe in the impossible, because this is Two of Swords, and this is exactly what we're talking about. Being stuck in your head and just being overly logical to the point that you just can't see what's right in front of you. And I am just as guilty of that as the next person, let me tell you. This particular Two of Swords is very mysterious, but at the same time, as lovely as she is and as mysterious as she is, she's holding those two very, very powerful swords, right? So sharp thinking, sharp-witted. What she doesn't realize is if she just moves her hands out of a rigid position, moves her hands to the outside, those swords will cut that scarf, that veil, and it'll fall to the floor, and she can see. So this is one of these situations where we've kind of, and I do it too, we get into this place where we're trying to prove that we're right. And in order, as a method of controlling and saying, I told you so, I told you so. And I don't mean that as like one-upping somebody. I mean, sometimes it's bargaining when even spirit, and they'll be like, no, you need to believe impossible. Well, I have all this evidence that the impossible doesn't happen, not for me, right? And I've said it 1,000 times, and they beat me up. So this is really showing us, this makes us stuck. This kind of thinking makes us stuck. They're asking us to pull those blades apart and allow that lovely scarf, that lovely veil scarf to fall to the floor so that we can see clearly what's in front of us. Okay? And believe in the impossible. Moon, wisdom, birds, fun, the key, the emotional key. It's all there. And if we can do that, then that's going to move us. That's given us the breakthrough with this Ace of Swords to get us out of this hermit energy that we've been in. Now, whether you have physically isolated yourself or you've just felt like you're kind of mentally or emotionally isolated from others, like you don't feel like joining, or you don't feel like you've just been able to connect, like you constantly turning stuff over inside, you know, in your heart, in your mind, in your stomach for some of us, because that's when your gut starts to hurt because you chew on it so much, you ruminate. It's gonna get, if we can just move forward, it's gonna get us out of this. The light is there. But what you notice, what's interesting with this Hermit card, the light's right in front of his face, but what do you notice about his eyes? They're closed. He doesn't want to see the light. He doesn't want to see the path that heads off into the distance, okay? So we need this breakthrough. We need to be willing to remove the blindfold and allow this breakthrough, this, you know, sword of wisdom to cut through the crap and cut us out of that so we can open our eyes and actually see where we're going. And then that brings us back over here with the Hierophant and the Empress. You know, it's really about abundance. It's about nurturing. It's about, there's more little feathered ones in there. And the Hierophant is really about tradition and commitment and all those kinds of things. So if you have been struggling over feeling the need to commit to something or not to commit to something, and you just can't wrap your head around it, or if you've been struggling to, you know, if it's a relationship issue or wanting a relationship, if it's about, you know, wanting family or children, all those kinds of things, these things are all possible. They're possible. They're possible, not impossible. But if you still believe they're impossible, guess what? Spirit with the blue moon is saying, believe it. Take time to go out, if you can, in the light of this blue moon tonight or tomorrow night, and just really look at the moon and take a deep breath and allow Grandmother Moon to send you beautiful, nurturing, wonderful energy that's peaceful and calming, and allow yourself to receive it. You know, if you're looking for a ritual that's really nice, if you take some, you know, so a lovely glass of water, and you take it out into the moonlight and allow the moon to charge that water, and then drink the water. You know, set your intention to receive and drink the water, then you can receive that divine energy that's more feminine and nurturing. You can receive that within and allow it to permeate yourself. And it's a beautiful way of physically walking through what you need to receive. A lot of times as fire signs, we have a really hard time receiving because we're so darn energetic and we're so darn creative, and sometimes we're bossy, and sometimes we are, you know, we stay in that energy, that anticipatory energy where it makes us hypervigilant. And we get caught up in that because we're fast. We figure stuff out really, really fast. Learning to receive is the opposite of that. It is about literally letting the wind carry you so that you can be free, which means going with the flow and opening up, turning off the mind, turning off the stress engine that constantly churns in your gut and in your brain, and allowing yourself to relax and receive. Because that's when you're going to know what the next step is. It's also about nurturing yourself. Not just if you're one of these people that overgives and you take care of everybody else, now's the time for you to nurture yourself. Now, looking at this, it's going to look like you're going to go, I don't know, this doesn't sound like a very good reading. Remember, the energies that are starting the month of September is victory. You have beaten whatever karmic crap has been in your life to date. You have beaten it. You are victorious. You are moving into a successful time where the impossible, what you believe to be impossible, what is miraculous, comes into play. You just have to be willing to receive it and accept it. Take the blindfold off and allow the universe to send you what you're missing. Open up. Be abundant. Be willing to receive. Let's look at what the energy is at the end of the month. Blossoming abundance. Can't make this up. Can't make it up. Spirit's got your back, whether you think they do or not. And that blossoming abundance, again, there's lots of water in this card. Emotion. So it's not just about financial abundance and with all these, with especially the Empress, it's about emotional abundance as well. Look, there's all these beautiful spring flowers. They're blooming and growing. New things, new life. Opening the heart. This little crab, remember the little crab, he's managing the emotions. They just go through it. They go through the water. They just cruise through doing their thing. So it's like saying, ride the wave, ride the wind. Allow the wind to blow through your hair. Allow yourself to swim through the water. And focus on the abundant parts of that. Not on the negative. That glass is half empty, half full thing is coming in again. If you always look at your glass as half empty, you're going to see it half empty, and that's all you're going to think about. I need more. I need this. I don't have that. I need more water. I need a bigger glass. But if you look at it as half full, then you're like, hey, I got half a glass of water. This is awesome. Good. I won't be thirsty now. And then you keep going and realizing it's a mindset thing. Mindset. Have the breakthrough. Open your eyes and see before. There's abundance. You've been nurturing yourself. You're going to continue. You're going to lead to blossoming abundance. You are moving into the state where you need to be. All right. They're telling me to get a couple more cards. So obviously there's something else that has to come through. What else has got to come through for our fire signs this month, for September? Okay, here's a big one. 9 of Cups, the wish card, the happy card, the joyful card. Yeah. What you wish for, what you hope for. Oops, this one just, they threw 2 out at me. King of Cups. Here come the water signs. This month is going to be, I think, very emotionally oriented for a lot of people. King of Cups. And then we got the 10 of Swords. Okay, so understand that all of this, I love the way these landed as well. So all of this overthinking energy, and that's, really the 10 of Swords is like that. I love this one because, he's not laying down on the ground with all the swords stabbed in his back. He's got his hands tied behind his back, but the swords are coming down. It's going to be easy for them to cut those bindings on his wrists. He just doesn't see it, right? So it's the end of a cycle. It's the end of the cycle of overthinking. It's the end of the cycle of worrying and creating internal and mental chaos for ourselves. Because guess what? Mastering emotion, the wish card and being happy. Here comes the abundance, guys. We have to realize that we believe in the impossible with the blue moon and realize this stuff is all coming in. And I know it's easy to hear me talk about this and go, you know, think it's all trite, that I'm just telling you this stuff. But the reality is that it really comes down to this believe in the impossible. You have to believe before you can accept it. You can't just receive. You have to believe in it in order to receive it. That's coming through clearly. That's what they're telling me very clearly. So if you're cynical, as many of us fire signs tend to be, if you are cynical, or you live in a world of sarcasm, when it comes to, you need to take a hard look, whether it's in meditation or sitting quietly somewhere and just really take a hard look at your life. Journal if you need to. Write it down. Take a hard look when it comes to the things that you're wishing for. Whether it's job, money, living somewhere else, you know, a love partner, new friends, better relationship with your family, just a new spark of creativity, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's going to be different for all of us, right? And write down what your perceptions are of that. And if you start to write down that you've never gotten it before, it's never worked out before, and just starting to make the assumption that it's never going to happen again, you got to go back and believe in this card. Believe in the impossible. I know this is a message to me too. So I'm not chastising anybody because I'm just as guilty. Believe in the impossible with the blue moon. Pretty awesome. That brings emotional mastery, and that brings abundance. Beautiful abundance. Let's take a look at the individual Akashic tarot cards for each sign. So this is Aries. Aha, will, wisdom, and mind. So this card's a number 20. So think of it as being very similar to the Judgment card. I've been getting this card often when I do pull cards for myself from this deck. So this comes back to this same idea of belief. Understand that, you know, and here there is, it's got all the colors of the rainbow. You've got your creative fire energy on this end. You have your emotional energy here. The heart is in the center. The heart is not with the thought process and the throat process. It's actually over here because we're looking at, you know, love is a frequency. It's not just an emotion. And then you have the triquetra here. So that's the three, you know, the never ending knot with the circle, right? So this is, and you've got the crown, the wisdom. This is about moving into your place of wisdom. And not just being wise for other people because you're a natural leader or because you're, you know a lot, but this is about turning that same wisdom onto yourself and having an open conversation with yourself about learning to believe in the impossible. This is where Spirit is going, hello, my dear Aries, you need to actually put your money where your mouth is, and you need to learn to have faith and believe. And I know a lot of us with Aries, you know, may have child wounds. It's in the past. Let the blue moon cleanse it. Believe in the impossible. Your past does not define your present. And that comes back to this little elephant, remember? Like, if you're gonna be wise about memory, don't get stuck in the emotions of memory. If you get stuck in the emotions of memory, it's gonna take you down a spiral you don't wanna go. And it's gonna kind of ruin your vibe. It's gonna take you off course, right? So don't be wise about your memories. Don't get caught up in them emotionally. Okay, and this tree, the tree is really about, oops, we're in the place of building the legacy, right? This is about branching out, doing the new stuff, building something new, building the future. This is where we're going. This is the blossoming abundance. This is about being wise without emotionally attaching to memories, because memories get us in trouble. They get me in trouble. I'm guessing they probably get you in trouble too. Okay. All right. Let's pull a couple cards about will, wisdom, and mind. Okay, Spirit, what do you really want to say for Aries in September 2023? Five of Swords, conflict. What's interesting about this one is that he's holding the Two of Swords. The other three swords are just laying on the ground. So when we go to the Two of Swords, guess what we go back to? The Two of Swords. So what Spirit's telling me for this one is, Aries, we really have a bad habit of blocking ourselves. We get stuck. Our creativity gets squelched because we get stuck in this place of Two Swords, right? Even in this, the beautiful wolves, the wolves are moving forward. They're moving forward. He's the one that's stuck at his fire, brandishing two swords, and he's not really paying attention. So it doesn't have to be, it's not external conflict that's really causing the problem. It is internal conflict. It is this Two of Swords, this, okay? Take it as it resonates. All right, what else? And it's about happiness. So whatever your conflict, Ten of Cups is like happily ever after. In this case, it just shows, it shows a bunch of, could be family, could be friends, it doesn't matter. But they're toasting the rainbow happily ever after, right? So this is about unblocking that mindset. You have the will, you have the wisdom. Your mind causes the problems. All right? And maybe that message is just for me, but I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing it's for all my other Aries peeps, okay? So just keep that in mind. You may be blocking your own happiness just because you're getting hung up on this inner conflict stuff. It's time to bring in the emotional mastery, get the breakthrough, and get out of your head, okay? All right, for our friends Leo. Oh, loving elementals. Three of Roses. So this is about, and again, these elementals are represented by fairies, which are other winged beings, okay? So this is about, Leo, you've got helpers around you. This is a time of working together with others and understanding that the universe is going to send you helpers when you need them for whatever it is that you're doing. And with the child in here, a lot of times this also kind of comes back to what I'm getting particularly for you guys, is that this may come back to, inner child stuff as well, whether it's wounds or just confusion. But you're going to start to get those messages. Just be aware of them. Winged beings are very much important for you. So you're going to get the messages you need. Definitely take some time to journal, to meditate, to just be quiet. And I like this with the nature elements in this card. Really, I think you're being encouraged to really take some time and, sit by a tree or sit by the body of water somewhere, or just to really be out in your element, elementals, be out in a lovely natural thing in order to get your breakthroughs, your emotional breakthroughs. But you're going to have help. So it's beautiful coming in. It's a month of victory for all of us fire signs, right? All right, let's get, spirits, can we have some information for Leo? Two of Wands, making a choice. And the thing with this particular Two of Wands is, his wrist is tied to one and his ankle's tied to the other, and then he's distracted by nature. So what you're being told in this one is that choose to just be in the present. You don't have to fight with yourself. You don't have to get tugged in two directions. Just be in nature. Go with the flow again. Do what makes you happy, and that will help you to figure out which direction to take if you're struggling with something. Just be and enjoy. And again, there's another little winged person giving some messages. So just enjoy the present and observe and feel what's around you. And that'll help guide you along with those little elementals giving you messages. It'll help get you to where you can make a choice that pulls you closer to your abundance. But don't control it. Allow spirit to do it for you. Allow the universe to bring it in for you. Excuse me. One more, please. For Leo. King of Swords. Yep, that's your wisdom. That'll bring mastery over the mind. Okay? So just understand that you need to have mental clarity, mental mastery. So that's not the overthinking. Stop the overthinking. Stop the ruminating. Stop second guessing yourself. King of Swords brings clarity, but he also brings mastery over thought and wisdom. And you're going to come to, if you just, again, go with the flow, just accept and allow it to come to you, you're going to get the breakthrough you need. Okay? All right. And finally, let's look at Sagittarius. I'm going to put Sagittarius, I think right here in the center. There we go. This is winged messengers. All right. So Sagittarius, you and Leo, you got some helpers coming in. So what this is saying with the winged messengers is that you may feel like you're getting mixed messages. You are going to get messages, and some may feel like good messages and some may feel like maybe they're not good messages, but you're being told to trust that this blossoming abundance, you're victorious, and this blossoming abundance is coming in. This comes back. This is, again, this same card that all of us fire signs, where we tend to want to control the outcome of everything. I need to make it happen. I need to make it happen. I need to make it happen. No, you're going to receive the messages, start to learn from what you're being shown. Again, there's two winged beings in that one. I'm telling you, all I got was birds in my meditation. It was all kinds of birds. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for Sagittarius and the winged messengers? You have strength. They're telling you that you're stronger than you know. Just listen to the feedback. And even though you may have had a plan about what you wanted and how you wanted to accomplish it, you don't get to control that, okay? But the reality is that you're strong enough and you're moving in the right direction. You're moving, the light at the end of the tunnel is there, and you're manifesting it. You're absolutely manifesting it. But you can't control it, and you can't drive the bus. You're gonna have to let the universe drive the bus for you, and you're gonna have to trust it. Again, believe in the impossible. What else for Sagittarius? They gave you two more. You got the Four of Swords and you got the Eight of Swords. Okay, so you're Sagittarius, you guys are getting a reinforcement with the Eight of Swords, right? And so the Eight of Swords is a lot like the Two of Swords. The difference is if you're feeling trapped, understand this one's cool because you see that his wrists are crossed in the front. The swords are right there. He's just wearing a blindfold, but it's easy for him to break out of it. Right? And he's got stability behind him with the bull. And he has creativity behind him with the fire, with the energy. This is a state you can get out of. So if you're feeling trapped, if you're feeling freaked out, if you're feeling like nothing's working the way you want it to, it can, but you got to slow your roll. You can't control it. You can't force it. You're gonna have to sit in the back seat and let the divine drive. You also got Four Swords. This is rest. Taking it easy. You are protected. Those four beautiful wolves are protecting him while he lies on the snow and sleeps. Okay? You are protected. So don't control it and allow it to just play out the way it's meant to. Okay? So fire signs, I hope that you found these messages helpful, and that they brought you information that you maybe weren't aware of or that you needed to know. September is going to be powerful. This is moving forward. We've got this last vestige of controlling things. We got to let it go and stop trying to control it all. And we have to begin to live in faith, believe in the impossible. I'm just going to leave it with this one because guess what? It's the blue moon, believe in the impossible. So change your thinking. It's time. Got to trust it and let it go. Thank you so much, guys. Have a glorious month. I look forward to reading to you again. And I thank you so much for liking and subscribing. If you haven't already done so, please do. It just really helps the channel. But I love you all. Thank you so very much and have a glorious September 2023. Bye-bye.